Today guys, we're going to be going over car interiors in GTA Online. This is something that's been bugging me for a very long time, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have started to get a little annoyed with it as well. You buy a nice beautiful Ferrari or something like that, and you take a look at the interior, and it is absolutely dreadful. So I hope you enjoy the video. We're going to take a look at a bunch of examples here, and we're going to kick things off today with the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. This is what it looks like in real life. I installed a real life model in GTA Story Mode, and this is the beautiful interior of it. Does that not look absolutely stunning? The entire dash looks amazing. In the back seats, you got two monitors. The seats look beautiful as well, along with the doors. They open like that, and the insides of the doors look beautiful. But then we take a look at the Jubilee, which is based off the Cullinan in GTA 5, and this is the ugly interior we get. Like, what the hell is this? This is something I would find on a CRV from 2003, because I actually had one of those, and it looks practically identical. Absolute disgrace. And behind this Jubilee are 5 trucks that I found in about a minute of searching that have the exact same interior. We got the Caracaras, we got the Dubsta 6x6, we have the Evron, and the Camacho, and that's just within a minute of searching. Don't forget, the Jubilee came out fairly recently, unlike some of these other vehicles like the Dubsta 6x6, which came out when the game first came out, but all of these vehicles share the exact same interior, and some of them actually fit for those trucks, but they don't fit a luxurious Rolls-Royce Cullinan, especially when this vehicle came out years later. But that's not the only thing. Take a look at the Super Diamond, which came out when the game first started. Beautiful Rolls-Royce, and then we got Michael's Asea or whatever. Exact same interior, from a little tiny car compared to a luxurious Rolls-Royce Phantom. Why? Makes no sense to me why Rockstar is sharing these two interiors on two completely different classes of cars. And then we take a look at Bugattis. Now, this was actually done somewhat proper. We have the Bugatti Chiron in real life in the middle, which looks stunning. And I wish Rockstar actually used an interior that looked similar to this in GTA 5. But then they released the Nero Custom, and this is the interior we got. And it looks really, really nice. And then, of course, we have the Adder, which doesn't look as beautiful. But that Nero Custom interior was beautiful. First time we ever saw it in GTA, and I was blown away by it. But then Rockstar decided, you know what, why don't we just use that in a bunch of cars? Literally every single car they released that was just a bit luxurious or sporty has the exact same interior. The brand new 10Fs share the exact same interior. The RSX and the GTO both have the exact same interior, and there's probably another 20, 30, maybe even 40 cars with that exact same one. Obviously the GTO, though, it does look a little bit nicer because of the colors. We'll get into that in just a minute, but they all have the exact same interiors, and I really feel like Rockstar is kind of seeming a little bit lazier when they could have just made some new interiors for some of these cars, because it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it does make a little difference when you drive them. And then we take a look at a Rolls-Royce collection here, and I really feel like Rockstar just doesn't think they're luxurious vehicles. We're starting off once again with the Super Diamond. Here is the interior for this thing. And then we move on over to the Windsor Drop. Exact same interior. Next to that is the regular Windsor. Exact same interior, and the worst part is the interior color can't even be changed from this ugly beige. And then to end things off with it, obviously, we have the Jubilee with an absolutely disgraceful interior. What is Rockstar doing with Rolls-Royces here, man? And why can't we change the interior color on any of them? It makes no sense to me. I really think they hate them. But then we have cars like the Gauntlet Hellfire and the Buffalo STX, which actually look somewhat similar to their real-life counterparts. Here is a Dodge Challenger in real life. Here's what the interior looks like, and then we take a look inside the Buffalo STX. It's not flawless, but it does resemble the Challenger and Charger interiors that we have in real life. Same exact thing with the Gauntlet Hellfire. And when I first saw the Gauntlet Hellfire come out, I was like, wow, this actually somewhat resembles my Challenger that I have in real life. I was like, that's actually pretty cool compared to a lot of other cars which don't resemble it whatsoever. And by the way, I did another couple minutes of searching, and here are a bunch more vehicles that I found that share the exact same interior as the Jubilee. And you saw at the very end there, I believe that was the Landstalker XL at the end. Yes, that is a brand new car that was just recently released, and it shares the exact same interior as the Jubilee and all of these other cars that have been in the game since the game was first released. And I just don't really understand why Rockstar really wants to do this. Why do they use the same ugly, old, nasty interior in some of these luxurious cars? When the game first came out, I understand that. Like those cars that have been out for 10 years. But then there's cars like this one right here that have been out literally for less than a year, and it has the exact same interior as a car that was released in 2013. And you know, it's a luxurious SUV. It just shouldn't look like that. And then we take a look at these cars, the Krieger, the Emrys, and the Champion, 3 beautiful cars, and they all have the exact same interior. But Rockstar did revamp the Champion's interior just a little bit. But at the same time, I wish they looked more realistic like how they would in real life. Like this is an AMG Project 1, and this is the interior we get in it. Right here, we have a McLaren Senna with the exact same interior, and it just doesn't look good at all. And then we move over to the Champion, once again, same interior, but updated a bit with some carbon fiber, and then we also have the ability to change the interior color around a bit. Once again, Rockstar could have done a lot better on all 3 of these cars. I do like how they revamped the Champion's interior a bit, but still, it could have been better to look more realistic. And then we take a look at these 2 McLarens, which really pissed me off. We have a P1 sitting right here, right? The T20, that's the interior we get. We get another beautiful McLaren right here. I think it's a 720S. It's the exact same interior, and it looks disgusting. This is not what these interiors should be looking like for these beautiful cars that we have in-game. I know it doesn't matter too much to some people, but at the same time, it does make a bit of a difference. 3 cars right here that actually have decent interiors. The Cyclone shares the same one as the Buffalo STX, but it still looks pretty beautiful because of the colors. Here we have the GP1, flawless interior, never seen before, and looks stunning. And then the Entity MT is a different interior. It kind of looks a bit bland, but it is different from what we normally see. So I do have to give Rockstar props, at least on the GP1, because that thing actually looks sick. It looks like they put some effort into making that interior, but all the other cars, I mean, like, what are they doing, man? They could really do a whole lot better, and I don't think I'm the only one that thinks this. Like, when you buy a Rolls-Royce in GTA for the very first time, it just came out today, you get inside of it, and you look at the interior and you're like, what is this? What am I driving? There's only been a few cases where the interiors on some of the cars look really good and custom. And we know Rockstar can't put the work in. Like I showed you on that GP1, that shit looks really, really cool. But on practically every other car that comes out, they're just reusing the exact same ones. So in GTA 6, I really hope that Rockstar makes some custom interiors, or at least makes them look a bit better and, you know, matches them up with what the car actually is. Imagine if the designers of Rolls-Royce saw the interiors that Rockstar was making for some of the cars in GTA 5, specifically their models of Rolls-Royces. They'd be pretty pissed off. They're like, what the hell is this? You're ruining the Rolls-Royce name. Anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap the video up. Let me know what you guys think of it down below in the comment section. Do you like the interiors that Rockstar puts on practically every single one of the cars that gets released in GTA Online, and how they reuse so many of them and really don't put the effort in to make them look just a tiny bit nicer? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. With that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.